Why do Russians hate Valentine's Day? Well, I could say that maybe that's because we're busy too much fighting bears and cold outside, so we just don't love each other enough to celebrate it. But actually, I think that we don't really need it, and in this video I'm going to tell you why. Hi, this is Boris Daily and I'm Boris Vidensky from Moscow, and this is the very first video on this new channel where I'm going to tell you about living in Russia from the inside. So let's start. So, why we don't need Valentine's Day? Point number one, we already have a holiday when we give presents to beloved women, and this is, thanks to this Soviet period, International Women's Day. It is on 8th of March, and Women's Day, I agree, it sounds a little bit sexist, and that's ironical, because it is celebrated in memory of the protests of feminists. You should appreciate this, that to commemorate first feminists, we give women flowers and toilet water and book restaurants and make them wear those gorgeous dresses and blah blah blah. So, we have a day for this. Point number two. Okay, you can say, what about the men? They want their presents too, and I can assure you, yes, we do. And we also have a day for men, and this is called, wait for it, Defender of the Fatherland Day. Yeah, I'll tell you more. In Soviet Union it was called the Day of the Soviet Army or the Red Army, which is the same. And as you can guess, at this day the Soviet Army was formed in 1922. And relax, they don't force us to learn this at school. I just Google it, swear. Actually, I don't know how and when it became Men's Day, but it did. And starting from school at the end of February, boys prepare presents for girls and girls for boys. So we are involved in this cross-gender gift exchange from the very childhood, and as a result, we have the same at the offices, at universities, and etc. etc. Of course, there are always these jokes and skepsis about who can call himself a defender, because not everyone served in the army, but by the way, it's a must for almost all the men to serve in the army, but there are some legal and illegal ways to skip it. But anyway, almost all Defender days in a couple looks like this. Honey, this is your gift socks, my defender. But anyway, it's kind of a living tradition, and it's like this. By the way, I don't know which one of these holidays do gays and lesbians celebrate, and yeah, that's a tricky one. So let's put it together. We have a day for going to restaurants by couples, and we have 2 days for giving presents for each other. And by the way, both of these days are official holidays, and they are on 23rd February and March 8th. March 8th. So you get it. And here we have, bang, Valentine's Day on 14th of February. One more day for restaurants and gifts. Well, give us a break. We're having a developing economy here, okay? Well, I think both sides think pretty much the same way. Shit, I have to get one more present and book one more place. That's too much for this romantic stuff. And that's the reason why not every Russian celebrates Valentine's Day. I'm not including those ones who are single, actually. And depending on person's background and environment, some either celebrate Valentine's Day, either Defenders and Women's Day. So we can say that instead of one holiday, most Russians have two a bit strange ones, but they're days off. Subscribe to this channel if you liked it, and press thumbs up button, because it's very important for me, especially on the first videos, and I'm going to publish the new ones every single week, so I'm looking forward to do this for you. I'm going to tell you about Russian habits, stereotypes, culture, movies, buildings, some Soviet stuff here in Moscow, food, drinks, everything, I don't know, Russian girls, of course, Russian mafia, well, I don't know anything about Russian mafia, and of course everything you want to know, want to ask about living here. So put your topics, questions and ideas in the comments below, and I will make this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Boris Vidensky, and see you in the future. To beloved women, where I'm going to tell you about the living in Moscow